What is going on in the ethers? What is really happening in the spirit realm? What is going on in the realm of judgment by way of divine providence, by way of the Most High God, by way of Source, creator of all things, the main source, Alpha and the Omega, of which there is no end, eternal Father, Mother? What is going on, honey? You got a lot of people flipping and flopping around like fish out of water, but they were happy when everybody was in a fish bowl, confused. Now, the Most High God then drained the fish bowl, and these people are lying in the presence of God, men and women who blaspheme the divine, who lack consciousness, will lie in the presence of not only themselves, but lie in the presence of the divine. That's dangerous. It's an abomination. Listen, this is the energy. Welcome to Spiritual Court Television. We're about to see the vision that the divine wants me to tell. I will be obedient, used by the divine to see what it is we need to see by way of divine truth, honesty, by way of clarity. So shall it be, and so it has been spoken. This reading that I'm about to do is already done. So that spirit letting me know that the judgments are final. You got a lot of people trying to finagle in between judgment. They in spiritual court arguing about the judgment, but judgment court has already made the decision. That's in the higher realms. Everybody doesn't get invited to judgment court in the cosmic realms. That's like amongst the ascended masters, the high ranking, ancestors, the people who've ascended to their highest good, who've already lived out their earthly experiences. They're the ones that are convening by way of your earthly experience. They have been given authority over the men, the women, and the children on this planet. Why is everybody getting so creative? When I saw the stuff that was going on in the spirit realm, I'm like, look at this. Now look at here, look at here, look at here. I don't know if I was like fascinated by how creative some of these people were getting or completely and totally repulsed. And that's when I had to digress. That's when I had to go within and say, Divine, what is really going on here? Listen, come on in. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning back, what's good? Come on in. Let's see what's going on. Big faking, pretendo, want to be everybody but themselves. This is not even about being somebody else. This is more so with impersonation energy. This is about somebody wanting to outsmart the divine. They're impersonating divinity. They're impersonating, yeah, like you can't fake it in the presence of the creator that created everything, that knows your thoughts before you think them, that knows every strand of hair on your head, up under your arms and on your legs and other places on your body. We talking about the divine, the one that knows how many sands are on this planet. Listen, they don't want to fool with the divine creator. Why do they keep putting the divine creator in a box? That's a rhetorical question. The Most High God told me to say less. Okay, so about that, I will say less. Don't question people about why they're turning away from the divine, because they did it because they wanted to. That's the Spirit just said. That's free will. I just heard distant lover. Distant lover. Lover, lover, lover. Whose distant lover is this that was lying in spiritual courts? The cool guy, the main attractive guy. Don't try to come up into judgment court and woo us with your good looks, how fine you are, how handsome you are. Okay, divine mother and son. This is giving the Black Madonna, mother and son. Something about optimism, okay? It's given Mother Mary. Did you know that Christ, your son, will give birth to a new world? Got Christ consciousness out here spinning the block, and these people are not hidden. They're showing up in plain sight. They have no cloaking abilities. The spying card is in the reverse. The stalking card is in the reverse. The invasion of privacy is in the reverse. We see you. It's not even a game of peekaboo. It's just, I see you. That's what Spirit just said. Now they scared. They're like, oh my God. Now there's fear. We can see you. Oh my God. These people are running left and right. There's a divine masculine here showing up in judgment court to get a fair judgment, to get a fair call. So what happens when somebody asks for divine intervention and divine judgment? It only comes from the creator. No jinn, no demon, no spirit, no angel can outrank source above all sources. So this is somebody being vindicated and the judgment is final. And somebody's running because whoever this person is, they now can see these people hidden in plain sight. Clarify stalker in the reverse. He can see these people. She can see these people in plain sight. Now, divine masculine, unconditional love, divine mother, divine son, lover, cool guy, main attractive, authoritative figure, somebody with great promise, wish, and hope. You could be a feminine in this energy too, okay? You got something about people who are recognizing your aura because your reflection of them, peace, love, and light, technology, a lot of scrambling going on online. What's the scrambling online? Child, somebody started something. This smells like a smear campaign, okay? This is what happens when you got people that have their dark nights of the soul in the public eye and it can't be contained. These are people that do things in the public eye. This could also be stalkers. This could be gang stalkers. These people are emotionally feeling abandoned. They're afraid. They're in fear. They know that you know that they know you know that we see you. It's not even peekaboo. We just see you. The stalkers in the reverse. So they got caught. Clarify judgment court. What's going on? Something about a work situation. A lot of people praying for your position at your job, whatever you do for work, people want it. They feel like whatever you do, that's what they want to do, but they're not qualified. You could be feeling overqualified. Maybe you're getting a promotion, Spirit is saying, and whatever this is that you do, okay? That's what Spirit just said. Somebody's mad because of how protected you are, and they're mad because somebody wants to give you a kiss. They're mad because somebody loves you, somebody's admiring you. They want to interfere, they want to intrude, they want to hinder and or block. Okay. These are people projecting. Okay. Didn't I tell you they were getting real creative, trying to dance around those towers, trying to project their energy onto you so that it sticks, only for them to end up like this? I don't think it's working. If you looking like this after doing this, it looks like this shit got you bound. You're an abomination, and everybody knows the abomination nation. It's a society of people. Very diabolically do they project out nasty energy and lie in the presence of the Most High God. Anything to gain access to whatever this is that you have, whatever the it factor is, okay? Something about the rites of passage. Whoever this witchy ass sister is, she's going to burn in hell. Spirit said that's a real direct message. I just heard that real clear. Like, yes, this person was in secret cahoots. Could be two men and a woman. This could be, again, this is like the Abomination Nation, okay? It's a secret society of diabolical people who are going through hell. I just don't even know how else to say it. I feel like I'm sounding pretentious when I talk about them, but I just don't want to curb my divinity and my happiness for the divine for these people. Because who the hell is signing up for the Abomination Nation? The secret society doesn't sound like a group that anybody in their right mind would want to be a part of. But say less, Spirit says. Just do your job. Okay, Divine. Divine was like, say less, do your job. Okay. Maybe on my commercial break, I'll let loose and say what it is that I want to say. Third party situation. You know, some people are into this like three-way, sister wife, brother husband, whatever this is, child. uh it's a lot going on, and then you mix a little bit of razzle mother freaking rotten ass dazzle with darkness and energy and parasites and soul ties and sex magic and death magic and all this weird stuff, and people lose their essence in translation of what they thought was cool, man. Somebody's out here looking crazy in the presence of the Most High God. What's the third party situation? Yeah, this is like a sex coven cult. The Abomination Nation, a group association, a cult, and a coven. They all have sex with each other. The girls have sex with each other. Then they swap out men. Is anybody getting an STD test? Is anybody getting, swabbed, if you will? Are these people having outbreaks? It's a lot going on. And somebody's got too much time on their hands, pretending to be something that they're not. Yeah, that's not so creative. That's not a good idea. Theft and embezzlement, okay? That could be spiritually. Somebody wanting to steal something from you energetically with these projections. Yeah, somebody's like trying to project onto you. But every time they do, you know what really pisses these people off is every time they try to project onto you, you're in this peaceful stance, man. Contentment, happiness, talking to the divine. It's a real lifestyle. Clarify, they're really jealous about your money too. So I don't know if you got a promotion. This says work, job, business. For some of you, this is a new job where you have the potential to make a lot of money or just gain stability. You know, what's a lot? Maybe it's enough to take care of yourself and a little bit more to have fun. Your intuition is spot on. You're somebody that's very intuitive, great insight, divination, fortune telling. Yeah, something about your spiritual gifts. So I could be talking to a spiritualist. You could be a reader. You could be a Reiki healer, a shaman. Maybe you do something in the spiritual community. Whatever this is, you do a really good job. You got a lot of people in the same profession, excuse me, that are being exposed. Okay. Maybe something that you're saying, yeah, you're exposing them. That's what's crazy about the general readings. You know, a lot of people take them personal and they feel like you're talking about them, but it's really guilt. It's their own guilt. Ooh, we throat chakra. It's their own guilt that's eating them up. Clarify chaos magic. Yeah, they feel like you're exposing them. Light team. Whoever you are, you have a lot of spiritual protection. I don't know why somebody would try to come for somebody with all this spiritual protection. These people know it too. They don't like it. Clarify. Trying to get some type of information, something about energy work. For some of you, you're a natural Reiki healer. Something about the laying of hands. You know how to help people naturally balance out their frequencies with just your energy. It's just your presence that really does it. You have a very high vibrational presence and good intentions. And whoever this is, gay guy, gay girl, they need to have a seat. Somebody's really frustrated, okay? Snapping out LGBTQIA, they did chaos magic, okay? Clarify tongue chakra. Why is that a difficult thing? Because they don't want us to use our gifts. So something about the gift of speaking things into the atmosphere. Please reverse the shut up spell. They did a true spell. Liar, no liar, or they want to make you look like a liar. Maybe somebody wants to make you look like you're not gifted, okay? Because they're coming out like a false prophet. Chaos magic, witchy sister. These are not healers. These are people who hurt. Yeah, these are people who hurt. What's the secret collaboration? Dark alliances. Somebody that pays somebody. Now they sitting up looking crazy. A narcissist out here. Somebody bribed somebody, paid somebody to do something to a healer. Trying to hurt a healer is always going to have you end up in hell. That's what I know for a fact. Because the person that you tried to attack, 1313 on the timer when I saw it, taboo energy has transformed and or ascended and still receiving these gifts, okay? So let's see what's going on. Spirit realm is hot right now. I'm like, what is going on? It's so many people running from responsibility. But see, these are the people that did too much, y'all. Like, honestly, they really did the most. I mean, they paid to have you unalive. They paid to have you stalked. They paid to have you just be left behind. How you gonna be left behind something that you're in front of, that you're on top of? Yeah, I just heard Holy Spirit say we're on top of it. Like, what? I don't know. I can't even fathom what these people could be thinking. But the creativity and the presence of the divine, when the divine knows all things, is crazy. To be lying in the presence of the divine, if the divine was somebody that could be offended, I'm sure the divine would be offended. But honestly, it's just watching people exercise their own free will to their own disadvantage. Everybody has the opportunity to come towards the divine. These are people that chose to take their time and do something else. And now they're mad. Okay, let's see what's going on. What's the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal? King of Cups, emotionally mature. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and energy, because you speak the truth. What's good? Ace of Swords. The real Mr. Ace of Swords. The real Mrs. Ace of Swords. The real divine Ace of Swords. You speak the truth. You don't have to flip the truth. You don't have to twist it, turn it, make it be something that is not. Flip it and burn it. You can tell it what it is and tell it like it is. Pisces energy, something about the dream state, something about vision, something about psychic abilities. The Four of Cups. Somebody has to take a plea deal. Damn, in spiritual court, most High God said, you better take this little pissy ass 4 cups and work that little cup until you work your way up out this karma. 6 of Wands. This could be 6 years of karma, 7 years of karma. Having to work through your issues. If the divine gives you an opportunity to work through 7 years of karma, that's a good plea deal. That means that you're being given the opportunity to right your wrongs. Yeah, so look forward to it. Too many people want it to happen so quick. What's 7 years? If the divine said, if you posed a question and said, Most High God, how can I get in your good graces? How can I get close to you? And the Most High God said, 7 years of you working on yourself, cleaning up your mess, paying for your karma, doing what you need to do, focused on me. Let me mold and shape you from the inside out. Now, you might have to lose everything. You might even feel like you're losing your mind, but I promise you, in time, you will get close to me. Take that deal. That's a good deal. If you don't suffer for the Most High God, who you suffering for? If you don't suffer to get close to the Most High God by way of long suffering, then what is it that you suffering for? You suffering with the devil? That's eternal. That shit's forever. Better take that plea deal. The Star. Some people are mad because it's not their time to shine. It's not your time. There are people that go before you. It's not all about you. Whenever you start to feel too important, just be sure to check the numbers of how many people are on this planet. Like for real, it's not somebody's time. With the 4 of Cups and the 6 of Wands, somebody wanted to win at all costs. Let's see, did you take that plea deal that the divine offered you, or did you shun the divine? Page of Wands and the 9 of Wands. You shun the divine. You got demoted back to your adolescence. You got demoted back to childhood. Something that needs to be fixed I just heard in the womb. Page of Wands. So the Most High God gave these people a plea deal. This is mercy and grace. Some of these people shouldn't even be walking the earth right now. Some of them should not be alive. 9 of Wands. Some of them have to go through 9, 10 years to 2029. Some of these people are at the end of their karma. Okay, that means they may have tried to take a life or they took somebody's life. Clarify, y'all took somebody's life? Temperance, yeah, the earth angels here. This is the way things have to be balanced out, okay? Whatever your verdict is, 6 years, 9 years, 7 years, 4 years to get close to the divine. And after all is said and done, you will come out as the Queen of Pentacles. That's a good deal. Take that. The Hierophant, the High Priestess, I can't make it up. Man, some of you, it took you 20 years to break generational curses that you did not create. To be of sound mind, to sit in this position, Hierophant and the High Priestess. I feel like these people tried to provoke you, to get you to act out of character, to make you turn away from the divine with the Hierophant and the High Priestess. I'm talking to a very wise spiritual group. You're not falling for it. Yeah, you're not falling for that. Nobody's going to trick you out of your spot, okay? Even the people that come as gang stalkers in the Ten of Swords, nobody's going to trick you out of your spot. See, these people have already fallen into the abyss. So all they can do is walk around like trickster energies, but nobody's tricked by their energy. It's not a stalking energy. It's not a confusion energy. It's not a where is this coming from energy. It's a I see where it's coming from. I can see the betrayal a mile away. I can see that this is provoking energy. Anything that tries to provoke you out of paying attention to the truth and the divine is trying to stop you from being your highest version of yourself. You are the star. You're chosen for this. It took you a while to get here. The Fool in the Chariot. A lot of gossip going on. Clarify? I just heard, it took a while to get me here, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that bullshit in your ear. Now let me blow your mind. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. You will not be in poverty, Divine Collective. Somebody wanted you in poverty, okay? You fought too hard to get here. Don't let anybody mess up your homework. Don't let anybody come in and tear down what it is that you have built with the divine. All the nights you prayed, all the nights you cried, all the mornings you had to get up knowing that it was a bum ass bitch that was up all night praying against you. And you watched the curse break as soon as you put your feet on the floor. Oh, listen, you've come too far. I can make it up. The Seven of Pentacles. Whole bunch of stuff going on in the ethers. I just heard something about the secret refuge. The Most High God says, I will hide you in my secret refuge. They can't even see us. Is that what this is? They can't even, child, they can't even see us. Lord have mercy. All they see is you walking away. They might see like an echo of you, okay? Hear an echo, see an echo. Judgment. This is judgment court. You walk free. You walk scot-free in judgment. Judgment's in the upright. This is the Most High God saying that you are okay to go to the next level, Divine Collective. With the Eight of Cups, is walking away in judgment. Okay, so what seems to be the issue, Mr. and Mrs. Ten of Swords? Well, it seems as though they're still fighting. Five of Wands. I don't know why they think they can hide this energy. And I don't know why they need us to care. It just makes things worse for them. Honestly, the verdicts are already in. The Five of Wands is chaos. And then you got the Ten of Swords, betrayal, ultimate betrayals. This is not just betraying the Divine Collective because they can't betray us. They've betrayed the divine. They've gone against the creator. I need them to realize that when they're doing this magic or speaking curses or trying to like double talk and twist the words and running from their shadows because they don't want to admit, or they're running from the spiritual work that they're supposed to be taking care of. They came here to break curses. We all came here to break curses. So where the hell is everybody going? Stop dropping your homework off for somebody else to complete. Then when it's test time, you sitting there looking like Ookum, Bookum, and Drookum, staring at each other like, well, you know the answers. Well, I don't know the answers. Well, y'all could have been studying. How do you do that? Well, it's work. Sometimes it looks a little boring. It's going within. It's solitude. It's spending time with yourself. It's talking to the divine. Some of these people don't like to be in the presence of themselves. They need to be around people that, stroke their ego or whatever that is. Okay. Yeah, you got to go through the ego death. You're still predicating your life on whether or not somebody likes your hair or not, or whether or not your baby hairs match your eyelashes, which is never a bad thing. I love it when the lace front matches the eyelashes. That's great. But some of these people need people too much. They need to be needed. 2244. What they need is Jesus. A real relationship, a real one. And I'm so serious. Five of Wands. Hate comments. That's what I just heard. Ten of Swords and a Five of Wands. Jealousy. People are jealous over the fact that you got a favorable judgment from the divine and that you walk away scot-free from spiritual hell. Eight of Cups and Judgment is walking up out of judgment court after your enemies try to throw you under the bus, and you got a clean bill of health, a clean bill of record, a clean karmic record. They talking too, child. Clarify, why is my ear ringing like this? What the hell are y'all talking about? The moon, waiting on the moon. These are silent people, they whisper in spiritual jail. They quiet about what they say. They speak these words and, you know, I feel like they're just hoping that they reach us at this point. They know these words don't work on us. Whatever they're speaking, spoken words, the way our prayer life is set up, baby, these people will get hurt. They will get hurt. We're going to put the words that they spoke, put it in a bowl and stir it up and then have them eat it, with a spoon or suck their own words through a straw. Eat your words through your nose, you little nosy little bastard. Knight of Cups, they want to be friends. Okay? No. Queen of Swords, we got the sword raised. No, You need to go towards the divine. Some of these people still got us on their altars. Stop worshiping us. That's nasty. That's nasty work. We're definitely not going to answer your prayers. We are not your God. We belong to the divine. You need to talk to the divine. If you can't get through, you need to work at it. Well, how long is that going to take you? It might take you 7 years to get a prayer through. I'm just being honest. The abomination here, the way these people have just turned their backs on God, fell from grace, got convinced by the devil, even when they knew what they were doing was wrong. Yeah, it might take you 5 years, but isn't that worth it if you can be in the presence of source? Too occupied with time and the illusion of time. Look how fast the last 7 years went by. If the divine says you got to take forever to get to know me, then yeah, do that. That's the divine. That's worth it. I'll do anything for creator. Anything. Creator say, cut this off, cutting it off. Bah, without thinking. Obedience. The lovers. It's the love for the divine that really matters. What's this moon talk, stick talk, five of wands, trying to get that heat up off their neck? You got the queen of wands. What's the five of wands and the queen of wands and the moon and the knight of pentacles? Okay, a lot of people talking about a queen of wands and her confidence in an offer that she's getting. The page of swords, they're all watching her. You could be a Leo. They're all watching you. These people are jealous of everything you do. The way you wear your hair, the way you move, the way you walk, the way you this. They want to know who you talking to, where you going. I'm talking to a high vibrational Leo. Okay. High vibrational Taurus energy, Libra energy is here. All the high vibrationals are here. They talking about us. Look, big Leo energy. These people are mad because you overcame something. People teamed up against you with the Three of Pentacles and you overcame. High vibrational Leo, high vibrational Capricorn, high vibrational Cancerian. You look amazing. Okay. The sun, your birthday could be in July. You're just radiant. You're glowing. You got it. You figured it out. You got a lot of people, like I said in the previous reading, they wanted our gifts, but they didn't want our pain. And I said sins in the previous video, but when I mean by sins, I mean the pain, the violation of spiritual law. That's all it is. Anger, resentment, those are violations of spiritual law. Because if the divine says, simply put, the words that I think towards you are that of peace, love, joy, then why are you moving towards anything outside of that agreement with the creator? Least you feel as though you deserve to be happy. So they wanted all of what came with this high ranked energy, hierophant, high priestess energy, star energy, but they don't really know the road less traveled. It's such a narrow path. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. I remember when I was committed, and I still am, but in the beginning, or actually not even in the beginning, there really was no beginning and no end. But a very powerful ascension. I remember I set out for a whole summer and I went into hermit mode and I went into my studies. And I had a lot of people that wanted me to like come out and hang out and go to like a pool party and all of that, which was fine. I knew where to find them if I wanted to go and hang out. But I had gotten so committed to the divine that I started to grow apart from these people. And I felt just bored. I felt like nothing was moving. I felt like I was ascending and they weren't. So instead of passing judgment on them, I just removed myself to look at myself. Well, I didn't know that would be indefinitely. I thought, oh, I'll just kind of, like I was really into what I was studying and they didn't want to talk about those things. So I was like, I don't want to go over there. They're not talking about nothing. I'll find out what happened. I could always look on Facebook and see how it went. And I could kind of predict how it was going to go because it was the same thing. And I remember just being diligent and just really learning how to lay low in the middle of one of the busiest seasons, which was like the summer. People's like, you crazy, come out, girl, it's hot. They said, you better this, that, da, da, da. But the Most High God was calling me. It took me 5 years to get a certain prayer through. But what's 5 years compared to eternal source, where now when we talk to the divine and we can get a prayer through in 5 minutes, 5 seconds at the Hierophant level. That's not everybody's walk. That's just something that I had to do. But it was the sacrifice. It was the obedience. I was told to stop doing certain things. And when I didn't do that, all hell broke loose. That was divine correction. That was the Most High God chastening me. That was my higher self saying, look, you better remember what the hell you came here for. We ain't got time for all of that. And then I moved more into my studies, right? Lost a lot of people. Lost a lot of people that didn't get it. So fast forward, that was a long time ago, y'all. I just showed up here on YouTube a few years ago. But the journey has been for some time now. When I think about it, honestly, it's been in the blink of an eye. When you're really getting close to the divine, it's your favorite relationship. The Ace of Swords, it's your favorite relationship. So it's not like, oh, I gotta go read this book. Oh, I gotta pray now. Oh, I gotta. No, it's a love relationship. It's so fulfilling. It has nothing to do with the amount of money that you have. It has nothing to do with nothing. Nothing around you affects nothing when it comes to a real personal relationship with the divine. Nothing affects that. And you just want to get closer and closer and closer and closer to the divine. And when the Most High God is silent, you respect that. You know that something's being worked out for your good, or that's the time that you exercise your own free will by using your intuition, right? Everybody's not going to get it. So let's see what's going on. If you're just now coming into Spiritual Court, welcome to Spiritual Court TV. What's good? Let's see what the aliens have to say. Is this the aliens? No, this is not the aliens. Gemini season is about to be a hoot, honey. Somebody reminded me the other day, a kind reminder. They lovingly reminded me, let me be clear on that. They said, well, retrograde is not coming in until the end of June. And I made a joke about it, but I was serious. I said, listen, retrograde said, I will look, it's even popping out. As soon as I picked the cards up, here's retrograde, Gemini. I made a joke and I said, retrograde said, I will come out whenever the I want to come out. But I said it with love. I promise I did. Listen, thank you for letting me be myself again. The Wheel of Fortune, Gemini energy. Okay, so retrograde is about to be a hoot. Now, why am I saying retrograde is saying I come when I want to come? Because I feel like retrograde showed up early. That was like a surprise. It was a sweet surprise. It was so sweet. It was so smooth. It was so silent. Retrograde is like, hey, how you doing? Sorry you can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number and I'll get back to you. A lot of people was complaining of retrograde, like, what you doing here? Full moon energy, right? Big June energy is about to be lit. Oh my God. Hold on to your emotions. Be a master of your emotions. Be a master of your say when it comes to catering to your own emotions, not just in the presence of others, but in the presence of yourself. Like nobody's watching, because ain't nobody watching. Should nobody be watching you more than you? If somebody is watching you more than you, then who the hell is watching them? The creator. And they better watch it. They better mind their manners. If they're watching, clarify. A lot of watchers wanted to get involved. The Eight of Cups, somebody's walking away from conflict. Somebody's like, I don't want that smoke with the divine. Yeah, a couple of people threw some spell work. And that shit backfired. We knew that it was going to backfire, but we had to trust the divine and divine timing. And I feel like with all that is at hand and how much is on the line by way of these beautiful gifts, Spirit says we got to make this backfire real fast. Somebody's walking away from conflict with the moon and the Eight of Cups. Somebody's like, nah, I'm not doing this next moon cycle with y'all. I cannot make it. Ten of Pentacles in the Wheel of Fortune is the universal jackpot. I love it. Listen. I can't make this up. So with the moon and the Eight of Cups, you got a dark society divided. Yeah, you got a lot of dark people that got together to do something nasty, and now they're divided. Okay, they could be walking away from each other. Clarify, Holy Spirit, what's going on? Yeah, they're walking away from each other. You got the sun's energy, okay? So something about the summertime, something about the total eclipse that's coming up. What's the sun and the moon? Something has to be removed. Yeah, judgment. I'm telling you. You got spiritual court, you got the cosmic courts, and you got judgment court. Judgment and cosmic court is now in session. Judgment court is only when the divine says, put a halt to all of this shit. I'll shut this whole planet down. The divine was like, listen, if you touch my chosen one again, I will turn everybody's light out on the planet and make y'all all get along. I promise you, if the Most High God shut down this world and you don't get along with your neighbor or somebody that was hating on you or whatever, you will be wiped out of humanity. Because why aren't you here to have the human experience? Why are you mad? Is it about resources? Do you feel like the divine is doing something more for other people? Yeah, but what is your relationship with source? Like for real, y'all, like the real relationship. Some of these people are struggling to like they're struggling to be obedient to source. That's dangerous. But everybody has their own walk. I feel like people will do that until they can't anymore. And at some point, hopefully they'll go towards the divine. It usually has to be like a travesty, a near death experience, a health issue, death, something like that, that really wakes people up. And that's unfortunate that we run towards the divine only when something like that happens. And I don't mean we, I mean we as in them, because they're still a part of humanity. And we hope that no soul is left behind with the world energy and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you got some people walking away. This shit is backfiring so bad. They can't show up to the next moon cycle with some rigmarole. Do they still say rigmarole? With a little bit of razzle dazzle on the diabolical end? Abomination. They are the abomination. I heard abomination. The abomination nation. Yeah, they can't do it. I can't make this up. They don't even have the power to do it. Some of these people have been stripped of their power, y'all. They don't know when they're going to get their power back. They don't know when they're going to get their gifts back. Temperance energy, Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Strength in the reverse. It's like a blocked heart chakra. People that can't forgive. They don't want to release. They can't let it go. Something like that. That's unfortunate. Strength in the reverse. Eight of Cups. The Five of Swords wants to come out here. Some of these people are walking away from the full moon activities, the full moon shenanigans. It's a shit show. Clarify what's going on. Yeah, it's a shit show. The Hangman in the reverse. Self-sacrificing. They sacrifice themselves. This Ace of Pentacles here and this Ace of Cups is for everybody. For everybody that was willing to get in alignment with the divine. A lot of us saw it coming. I especially saw it, and I know a lot of other readers did. Like around the end of February, I was like, "Ooh, the devil's about to try to rage bait people." The Most High God has showed me a lot of people would be fooled. Don't be one of those people. That's what the Most High God told me. Don't be one of those people. Rage bait is coming. It's about to be gossip, slander, chaos, magic, backfires, hexing, cursing, backfire, more chaos, hexing, burning down shit. Everybody looking over their shoulders, shadows, all kinds of weird stuff. It was a lot going on. This was Spirit showed me before April came. And then when April hit, baby, that war, that fire, all that reckless energy, it was like people shooting at something, trying to aim at something, missing a shot, and it was backfiring. It's like I set out for like a couple of days and I was like, yo, this is bananas. But the Most High God showed me what the collective was about to get. Judgment in the upright, vindicated from all liars. Okay, people that projected their nasty ass narratives onto you, want you to look like you was a crazy one and not them. Ten of Pentacles, you had to hold your tongue because you and the divine know who you are. The Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. You and the divine know. This was a really hard, like, I really had to hold my shadow. I had to take my shadow and close the door on my shadow so I wouldn't react. When people laugh, when you try to piss them off, you need to run. When you're trying to piss somebody off and somebody's like, I don't like you, I want you to, and they're just trying to provoke you, they want a reaction, and you start laughing collective, they need to run. They need to really be concerned. Yeah, they like, oh, you crazy, huh? Yeah, okay, yeah. Listen, Eight of Swords, it was a trap. A lot of people fell into this trap. 8-year curse, 7-year curse. They mad. Their money is binded. They ain't got no spiritual protection. It's like this was one of the biggest transactions, spiritual transactions of the decade. This is year one of the next 10. And you started out on year one trying to curse and hex somebody. So your next 9 is about to be some shit. If you were on the shitty end of the stick, if you were riding the fence on the shitty end of the stick, doing something that you had no business doing, then you are stuck in whatever this verdict is. And only the Most High God knows how long this shit's gonna last. But I see 8 and 8. Something spent the block. That's what I just heard. A tower. It's a tower. 8 of swords. Hangman in the reverse. Stiff neck. Stubborn. Hard headed. Evil eye energy. Sacrificing. Sacrifice their whole bloodline. When you could have had everything. All you had to do. Well, you know what? Spirit says no. All they had to do was just do exactly what they did. What else, Spirit? You can't give these people advice. They don't want it. The 6 of Wands. This is about a victory over self, over your shadow. Thank you, Spirit. Over the heart. Clarify. And the food energy. Hey, people really should have got still. They decided the next 10 years of their lives just that fast in a short amount of time. Spirit says this last moon cycle, the first moon cycles of this year, really counting from winter solstice to current, these were really like, this was like the test. This was like the final exam, the final call. And so many people got caught up by illusions. They got rage baited by the devil. Too busy trying to curse people, hex people, like clean up your mess, leave people alone. So your curse backfired. Handle that shit. If you still alive, you better thank God. If something backfired onto your bloodline and you still alive, that means that the Most High God not only is reprimanding you, chastening you, giving you the opportunity to bow down in the presence of Source. Who else you gonna bow down in the presence of? Not me, not us, but Source. 2 of Wands, we out of here. So don't get mad when we get to go on a field trip in our favorite rocket ship, flying through the skies. Little Einsteins, 9 of swords, they cannot afford. 9 of swords is stress. Ain't no rest for the wicked, death, child. A lot of these people did too much. I don't know what the hell they thought. This right here, this first cycle, this first quarter after April 1st, the gates were open. Spirit said, go towards this, this, and this. These people were too busy trying to hold somebody back. You ever seen people running and they're cheating in sports and they like foul on the play? They're trying to hold you, grab your shirt, all that. No, what are you doing? All you have to do is stay in your lane. If this is not your time to go to the field trip with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, then wait your time because now they're out of time. Impatience, antsiness, a spirit that gotta have it done right now, be anxious for nothing type ass energy. 9 of swords and death. So now everybody's afraid to die. But they easily spoke death towards the collective. Or so they thought. Clarify. Somebody wants your attention and it's annoying. Whoever this person is, they make a lot of noise in the ethers. Somebody could listen to reggae music. I just heard naughty dreadlock. You got 6 of swords, you've healed. Page of swords, somebody's watching you be in this peaceful energy. They want to disrupt your peace. You're not available. Yeah, you're not available. 3 of swords, you healed your heart. Libra scales, your heart has been weighed. Libra scales, night is air energy. Your heart has been weighed on a scale. In order to get to that next level, your heart has to pass the test. Clarify. Desires, the devil, King of Wands. Who is this person? Capricorn, fire sign energy. Could be a Capricorn here. King of Wands, confident, going after his desires. Earthly desires. Somebody's work ethic is impeccable. Focus on their work. Empress energy, mother energy. Clarify. The 4 of Pentacles. What's the 4 of Pentacles? Yeah, somebody's moving in silence. Somebody's moving in silence. Ah, flying through the skies, little Einsteins. Come aboard. It's ready. Is it it's ready or we're ready to explore? Flying through the skies. Man, I used to watch the Little Einsteins like maybe 20 years ago, maybe 19 years ago. Yeah. 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 Come through, Spirit. Oh, Spirit. We love you, Spirit. It's a tower. This is a good tower. It's a very necessary tower. It's very nutritious. It's good for your spiritual diet if you know what to do with it. This is the message. As we close this door, I'd like to give a very special, warm, eternal shout out to Divine Source who allows me to be here on a daily, sharing my gift with the hopes that it helps people who hear this message on their spiritual journey. I really do want the best for you. You need to know that as I want the best for myself. I love y'all, okay? I do. I'll be back with more readings here at Spiritual Court TV. I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.